flexible, ready to succeed, dreams come true. Miva's got the degree that you need. From sunrise to dusk, we're on our way. Chase Miva University, where dreams come true. Study from anywhere, just me and you. Affordable, flexible, ready to succeed. Miva's got the degree that you need. From sunrise to dusk, we're on our way. Chasing knowledge in each new day. No boundaries can tie us down. Miva's where we earn our crown. Tell a friend, share the way. Your future's bright, it starts today. Opportunities around every bend. At Miva you'll find a true friend. Learning never stops, we rise high. Under the moon or bright blue sky. Miles apart, your hearts in sync. And Miva, we don't just think. Tell a friend, share the way. Your future's bright, it starts today. Opportunities around every bend. At Miva you'll find a true friend. Life's a journey, we're stepping forth. Global network from south to north. Making dreams a real life scene. At Miva we reign supreme. Tell a friend, share the way. The future's bright, it starts today. Opportunities around every bend. At Miva you'll find a true friend. Tell a friend, share the way. Your future is bright, it starts today. Opportunities around every bend. At Miva you'll find a true friend. Life's a journey, we're stepping forth. Global network from south to north. Making dreams a real life scene. At Miva we reign supreme.
Hey everyone. Ever feel like traditional education just doesn't fit? You know, with work and family and everything else, it's like finding time for a degree is, well, impossible.
Yeah, I totally get that.
But what if there was a university, like tailor-made for busy people? One that's affordable and teaches you the skills employers are actually looking for.
Sounds too good to be true.
Well, today we're doing a deep dive into Miva Open University.
A Nigerian online university that's really changing the game for higher education across Africa.
Yeah, we've got two great sources here laying it all out, so let's jump right in.
All right, so what I find really interesting about Miva is how they've basically flipped the script on that traditional university model.
Okay, in what way?
Well, they've recognized that education shouldn't be a one-size-fits-all thing, right?
Right.
And they've built this system that actually caters to the diverse needs of their students.
So who exactly is Miva designed for? Like, give me a picture.
Okay, imagine you're a young professional in Lagos, right? You've got a demanding job, but you're still dreaming of advancing your career.
I can see it.
Or maybe you're a parent. You had to put your education on hold, but now you're ready to go back to school.
Yeah.
Miva's flexibility is a game changer for people in those situations. I mean, life happens.
So it's less about fitting your life around classes and more about Miva fitting around your life.
Exactly.
That's got to be pretty compelling for people who, you know, thought a degree was out of reach. But what about the programs? Do they actually offer stuff that, like, people would be interested in?
Oh, absolutely. They've really strategically focused on fields with high growth potential. So things like computer science, cybersecurity, business management.
Okay, those are hot right now.
Nursing and allied health sciences. It's not just about churning out graduates, you know. They want them to be able to thrive.
So they're equipping them with skills that'll make them stand out in the job market.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, I gotta admit, when I was looking at the materials, the masterclass thing really caught my eye. Learning from leaders at companies like Meta and PwC. That's got to look good on a resume.
Right.
But is it all just a marketing tactic?
That's a good question, but I think it goes beyond just like the wow factor.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, imagine having access to these industry giants, picking their brains, understanding how they approach problems.
Oh, yeah, that kind of insight you can't get from a textbook.
Right. And it's not just about the big names either. It's about that practical knowledge.
Yeah, it's like having a mentor who's actually in the industry, shaping things.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's be real for a second. High quality education usually comes with a pretty hefty price tag. What's the deal with Meta?
Well, this is where things get interesting. Their tuition starts at $280,000 third and ball per year.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's a fraction of what you'd pay at a lot of traditional universities. And get this, no application fees.
Wow. They trying to make it accessible.
Well, yeah, for sure.
But does that affordability, does it mean they're cutting corners somewhere? How can they offer such low tuition?
Well, that's a valid concern, right? It would be interesting to dig deeper into how they manage their costs while still maintaining quality.
Yeah.
Maybe they leverage technology really well or have a different cost structure. Definitely something to look into.
Okay. Let's talk about online learning. I mean, the big elephant in the room is that it can be isolating. I remember struggling with that in my early online courses. How does Miva approach that?
It looks like they've put a lot of thought into building a strong community. They have these online forums, where students can connect, study groups, even virtual events.
Oh, interesting. So it's not just watching lectures in your PJs. They're trying to create a space for interaction and support.
Exactly. And they've even taken it a step further.
How so?
They have these community study centers where students can actually meet face to face.
Oh, wow. So it's like having the best of both worlds. Flexibility, but with in-person connection.
Exactly. Which is so important because internet access can be a barrier in some parts of Africa.
Right. What about their referral program? Is that just marketing or is there something more to it?
Well, it's definitely interesting. Students can earn $20,000 for each new student they refer. So there's that incentive.
Yeah.
But it also feels like they really believe in community. Like, we're confident in what we offer, so go tell your friends.
That's smart. Okay, we've covered a lot, but what really stood out to you from the research?
Honestly, it's how MISA is challenging the status quo. They're not just offering degrees, but a pathway to a brighter future. And it's all designed for today's learners.
So it's not just about checking boxes. It's about empowering people with the skills and knowledge to actually succeed out in the real world.
Exactly.
How do they make sure they're keeping up with the job market, though?
Well, let's take a look at their curriculum and see how it aligns with what the industries are looking for. Maybe we can find some examples of how their graduates are using their degrees.
That's a great idea. Let's dig in and see what makes their approach so effective.
So looking at their course descriptions, they really seem to emphasize that hands-on experience, making sure things are applicable to the real world.
Yeah, giving students a taste of what it's actually like to work in their field. That's something I wish I had more of in university.
Me too. And remember those masterclasses we talked about? It's not just lectures, they're also a chance to network.
Oh, that's smart.
Students can actually connect with people working in the industry. You never know, a casual conversation could lead to an internship.
Or even a job offer. Talk about a valuable perk. It's not just what you learn in the classroom, it's who you know.
Absolutely. Speaking of connections, let's go back to that affordability thing for a sec.
Go.
You mentioned the tuition fees were surprisingly low. Did our research say anything about how they manage that?
Yeah, it's almost too good to be true.
Right.
Well, it seems like a key factor is technology. They've streamlined a lot of their operations.
Ah, I see. So they're more efficient, and that translates to lower costs.
Exactly.
Makes sense. Less admin overhead means more savings passed on to the students.
Right. And they seem to have a pretty lean structure compared to traditional universities.
Less bureaucracy.
Less bureaucracy, lower costs.
Lower costs, lower tuition.
Exactly. But I'm still a bit skeptical. How do we know they're not sacrificing quality to keep things affordable?
That's a good point. I mean, our sources talked about their commitment to quality.
Yeah.
But we'd need more info to really assess how they measure up to international standards. Do they have accreditations, partnerships with institutions abroad?
Right. Those are good questions. It's important, especially for students hoping to use their degree to work or study internationally.
Definitely.
But even with a good curriculum and great instructors, online learning can get a bit lonely sometimes. How does MIDO address that?
Well, from what I've seen, they've really made an effort to build a community. It's not just about online forums. They've created a space where students can connect and actually support each other.
It's like a digital campus.
Yeah. And remember those community study centers we were talking about?
Yeah.
Those are really crucial for students who might not have good internet access.
Right. Or those who just need that in-person connection.
Exactly. It's like they've combined the best of online learning with the benefits of a traditional campus.
They've really thought of everything.
They have. And what about that referral program? Pretty unique, right?
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a smart way to get more students, but it also seems to show how much they believe in their programs. Like they're saying, hey, we're so confident, go tell everyone you know.
It's bold, but it seems to be working. It speaks to those positive experiences that the students are having.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of the details, but let's zoom out for a second.
Yeah.
Why should our listener, someone thinking about their educational options, why should they care about Miva Open University?
Well, I think MISVA represents a real shift in how we think about higher education. It's recognizing that the traditional model isn't working for everyone and that we need more flexible, affordable options.
It's about democratizing education, making it available to people who might not have had the chance before.
Exactly. And it's not just about access, it's about quality too. They're showing that you don't have to sacrifice one for the other.
It's a pretty inspiring story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Innovation, disruption.
Totally.
Okay, but back to our listener for a moment. Imagine you're someone who's always wanted a degree, but thought it was impossible. What would you say to them about MISVA?
I'd say don't let your circumstances define you. You know, MISVA is showing that education can be flexible, affordable, and it can be designed specifically for you. It's never too late to invest in yourself.
That's great advice. But besides that, what real benefits could a MISVA degree give someone?
Well, practically speaking, it could open doors to new careers, promotions, maybe even starting your own business.
It's about gaining the skills and knowledge you need to succeed in the world.
Exactly. And let's not forget the personal satisfaction. Achieving a goal, no matter what it is, shows dedication and perseverance.
It shows you're a lifelong learner. That's valuable. But let's be real. Starting any new education can be kind of scary. What advice would you give to someone who's feeling a little hesitant?
It's true. Those doubts can really get to you, but I think everyone feels that way sometimes.
Yeah,
The trick is not letting them control you.
right.
Just taking that first step can make a huge difference, even if it's just like going to their website and seeing what they offer.
Dipping your toes in the water.
Yeah.
Seeing if it's a good fit.
Exactly.
And from what we've seen today, it seems like they've created a pretty welcoming environment.
They have. And they also have a dedicated support team, to help you through the process.
Oh, that's good. So you don't have to do it all alone.
You don't. And speaking of taking that first step, applications are open right now for their January 2025 session.
Wow. So you could be starting in just a few months. There's no time like the present. But before we finish up, I want to go back to something we talked about earlier. Miva's commitment to making education a force for positive change. Not just in Nigeria, but across Africa.
Absolutely. It's not just about individuals, it's about a bigger societal impact. Making quality education more accessible can really change things for the better.
It's like planting seeds of knowledge that'll grow and benefit everyone.
That's a great way to put it. It reminds us that education isn't just a personal journey. We all have a part to play in making sure everyone has the opportunity to reach their full potential.
Well said. So to wrap things up, Miva Open University is truly changing the game. Flexible, affordable, career-focused degrees, and they've built this amazing community.
Yeah, they really have.
If you're even a little bit curious, go check them out. Visit their website, see what programs they offer. Who knows? You might be the next Miva success story.
You never know.
And remember, it's never too late to invest in yourself. Miva is a great example of how powerful education can be. Take that leap, see what you can achieve.
Go for it.
Great advice.
Miva University, where dreams come true. Study from anywhere, just me and you. Affordable, flexible, ready to succeed. Miva's got the degree that you need. From sunrise to dusk, we're on our way, chasing knowledge in each new day. No boundaries can tie us down. Miva's where we earn our crown. Tell a friend, share the way. Your future's bright, it starts today. Opportunities around every bend. At Miva, you'll find a true friend. Learning never stops, we rise high under the moon or bright blue sky. Miles apart, your hearts in sync, and Miva, we don't just think. Tell a friend, share the way, your future is bright, it starts today. Opportunities around every bend, at Miva you'll find a true friend. Life's a journey, we're stepping forth, global network from south to north, making dreams a real life scene. At Miva we reign supreme. Tell a friend, share the way. Future's bright, it starts today. Opportunities around every bend. At Miva you'll find a true friend. Tell a friend, share the way. Your future is bright, it starts today. Opportunities around every bend. At Miva you'll find a true friend. Life's a journey, we're stepping forth. Global network from south to north, making dreams a real life scene. At Miva we reign supreme. Miva University, where goals align. Study from home, we're a sign of the times. Flexibility is the name of our game. Affordable learning without the fame. Degree in your pocket, dreams in your hand. Anywhere you are in any land. Ready to conquer, ready to lead. Miva University, plant the seed. Tell a friend, share the way. Your future's bright, day by day. Dreams come true, reaching high. Miva's here to help you fly. Tell a friend, share the way. Your future's bright, day by day. Dreams come true, reaching high. Miva's here to help you fly. No classrooms needed, still you'll grow. Knowledge everywhere, that's our motto. Success awaits every single soul. With Miva you can reach your goal. From the desk to the world you see, opportunity is the key. Affordable learning that sets you free. Miva's got your destiny. Tell a friend, share the way. Your future's bright, day by day. Dreams come true, reaching high. Miva's here to help you fly. Miva University, where goals align. Study from home, we're a sign of the times. Flexibility is the name of our game. Affordable learning without the fame. Degree in your pocket, dreams in your hand. Anywhere you are, in any land. Ready to conquer, ready to lead. Miva University, plant the seed. Tell a friend, share the way. Your future's bright, day by day. Dreams come true, reaching high. Miva's here to help you fly. No classrooms needed, still you'll grow. Knowledge everywhere, that's our motto. Success awaits every single soul. With Miva you can reach your goal. needed, still you'll grow. Knowledge everywhere, that's our motto. Success awaits every single soul. With Miva, you can reach your goal. From the desk to the world you see, opportunity is the key. Affordable learning that sets you free. Mother's got your destiny. Tell a friend, share the way, your future's bright. Day by day, dreams come true, reaching high. Miva's here to help you fly. No classrooms needed, still you'll grow. Knowledge everywhere, that's our motto. Success awaits every single soul. With Miva, you can reach your goal. No classrooms needed, still you'll grow. Knowledge everywhere, that's our motto. Success awaits every single soul. With Miva, you can reach your goal. Miva University, where dreams come true. Study from anywhere, just me and you. Affordable, flexible, ready to succeed. Miva's got the degree that you need. From sunrise to dusk, we're on our way, chasing knowledge in each new day. No boundaries can tie us down. Miva's where we earn our crown. Tell a friend, share the way, your future's bright. It starts today. Opportunities around every bend. At Miva, you'll find a true friend.
All right, so let's dive into something that's been kind of making some noise lately. It's Miva Open University. Now, if you're looking into online education, in Nigeria specifically, you've probably seen their name pop up. And we're gonna take a look at a promotional script that they've put out. It's called 100 Reasons to Choose Miva, and we're gonna see if it lives up to the hype.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, the promotional material like that, it's always gonna want to highlight the positives. But we'll do our best to give you a balanced perspective so you can decide for yourself if it's something you want to check out further.
Exactly. Yeah, we're going to be your guides here. We'll be pulling out the most important points from those 100 reasons so you can get like a good overview of what Miva's all about.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Where do we start with this?
Well, right away, they hit you with this flexible learning model, right? Study anywhere, anytime, that kind of thing. They say you can access the courses 24/7 from any device, catch up on recorded lectures, even customize your own study plan. Definitely sounds appealing if you've got, a busy schedule.
Yeah, it does. That kind of flexibility is becoming more and more important these days. People are juggling so much work, family, all their commitments. The question is, does Miva's online environment actually deliver on that, the promise of quality education? Or is it just, convenient?
That's a good point. We'll have to look into that a bit more. Now, they also highlight their career-centric approach a lot, mentioning industry-aligned degrees, specifically in computer science, nursing, and business. Lots of emphasis on practical skills, 21st century relevance. But they also talk about providing career resources and support.
That's smart. I mean, focusing on career outcomes, that makes sense.
Okay.
But the question is, are those fields actually in high demand in Nigeria? If they're promising to prepare you for a thriving job market, we got to see if those programs actually align with, what's happening in the African job landscape.
For sure. Okay, so let's talk money. You know the elephant in the room when it comes to education. Miva advertises a starting tuition of $280,000 per year. Now, just to put that into perspective, that's less than a lot of traditional universities in Nigeria.
Yeah, that's definitely going to catch people's attention.
Crazy.
And they mentioned things like financial aid and flexible payment options too. If they can really provide a good education at that price and make it financially accessible, that could be a game changer for students, especially those who are facing those financial barriers to education.
Absolutely. Now they even mention having these masterclasses taught by experts from companies like Meta and PwC, no less. Seems like they're trying to give students a peek behind the curtain, offer some insider knowledge that you might not get in a traditional classroom setting.
Yeah, those shorter, more intensive programs are getting really popular, especially for professional development. People want those specific skills fast and efficiently, and often, from recognized leaders in their fields. But are these master classes just a quick overview, or are they really providing, substantial insights that students can actually use in their careers? That's something we'll have to look at.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so let's talk accreditation. A crucial factor for any educational institution, right? Miva states that they are licensed by the National Universities Commission. That's the NUC in Nigeria.
Right, and the NUC, they have a really important role. They ensure quality standards in Nigerian higher education. What we need to figure out is, where does MICA's accreditation fit into all of that?
Yeah.
How do their standards compare to traditional Nigerian universities? And what does it mean for, your degree? Will be recognized internationally? Can you use it for further studies? These are all important questions.
Definitely are. They also mentioned offering a letter of exclusion from NYSC. I'm assuming that has something to do with the National Youth Service Corps program in Nigeria, but they don't really explain what it means, or why it matters for students.
Yeah, we need more context there for sure. The NYSC is mandatory for Nigerian graduates. It's a 1-year service program. So understanding how Miva's programs interact with that requirement, that's important for any prospective student. Definitely something we should dig into.
Absolutely. So we've covered Miva's emphasis on flexibility, their career-focused, those competitive tuition fees. And we touched on the whole accreditation question. There's still a lot more to unpack, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, they highlight other aspects too, right?
Yeah.
Like their online learning platform, the student support system. And they really emphasize that sense of community.
Right. They even mention in-person meetups, which seems like a good way to combat the potential isolation of online learning. But we'll have to look into how often those actually happen and how accessible they are for students all over.
Good point. Maybe we could take a closer look at some of those features, and see if they live up to the hype. What about their student-centered approach? I talk about that a lot.
Yeah, that sounds like a good place to pick up. When we come back for part 2 of our deep dive into Miva Open University, stay tuned. Welcome back to our deep dive into Miva Open University. Last time we started unpacking their 100 reasons. We covered, flexibility, their career focus, the eye-catching tuition fees, and that all-important accreditation question.
Yeah, and we raised some questions too, right?
Yeah.
About how those things actually work in practice. I mean, It's easy to make promises, but the real test is in the experience.
Exactly. So let's dig into some of the other features they highlight. Starting with this student-centered approach they keep mentioning. They talk about dedicated success advisors, personalized guidance, mentorship opportunities, even flexible exam scheduling. It almost sounds too good to be true.
It does sound like a very supportive environment. But the question is, how does this support actually work? Is it truly a tailored experience, or is it just generic advice? Something that applies to everyone.
I guess that's where looking at student reviews would be helpful. Hearing from actual students about their interactions with advisors and mentors, that would give us a better sense of how individualized it really is.
Absolutely. And speaking of individual experiences, what about those master classes with industry experts, from companies like Meta and PwC? That potential to learn directly from leaders in their fields, that's got to be appealing.
It is. But as we said before, we need to look beyond the big names and really assess the substance of these master classes. Are they giving real actionable insights that students can use? Or are they more like, promotional presentations?
Right. It would be interesting to know more about the content and the instructors. Are they sharing practical knowledge, case studies, maybe even hands-on exercises? Or is it more about showcasing the company and its achievements?
Definitely something to think about. And now they also talk about having this impressive e-library packed with research materials, current papers, updated textbooks, online citation tools. Sound like they're trying to create a one-stop shop for all your academic needs.
That's a good strategy, especially for online learners. Who might not have easy access to a physical library, but they specifically say that the content is constantly updated to match industry trends and in fields that evolve rapidly, like tech or business. That's essential.
Oh, that's a great point. Yeah, outdated information can be useless in those fields. So how do they ensure that their resources are really staying ahead of the curve? Do they have a system for reviewing and updating things regularly?
That's something to look into. It's easy to say you have the latest and greatest, but the reality might be
ready to conquer, ready to lead. Miva
What about
University,
Miva's
plant the
future-focused
seed.
vision?
Tell a
They talk
friend,
about preparing
share the
students for
way,
a
your
world that's
future's
constant,
bright. Day by
driven
day,
by
dreams
technology,
come true,
unpredictable.
reaching
Right.
high.
They emphasize
Miva's here to
lifelong
help
learning
you
and
fly. Tell a
being ready for
friend,
whatever
share
the
the
job
way,
market
your
throws at you.
future's bright. Day
Compelling
by
narrative.
day, dreams
As we
come
said
true,
before,
reaching high. Miva's here to help you fly. No classrooms needed, still you'll grow. Knowledge everywhere, that's our motto. Success awaits every single soul. With Miva, you can reach your goal. From the desk to the world you see, opportunity is the key. Affordable learning that sets you free. Miva's got your destiny.